So there's these aha moments that I can see register in the faces of the addict themselves or the family members. And with those aha moments come the realization there is hope. And when that is such a beautiful moment, it says, here's a new avenue. Here's something different, something that others don't talk about, because rehabs don't talk about the brain. They talk about um, uh, the problem itself. They talk about how they feel, but they don't talk about why they feel like that and why they can't do this or that, or why they can't say no. And I think it is important to understand oneself, especially in this day and age where there is so much information, but you get a lot of misinformation. Um, you can understand your leg, your knee. If your knee is hurting, you can look at your knee. But we can't look into our brains. In fact, we never even think about our brains. At least I never thought of my brain until I started studying it. And the same goes for our clients. And when they began to understand themselves and the processes, the changes that have happened and why they have happened, then they are much more able to work with you to circumnavigate those changes and adopt different pathways, and then they engage in the program. And the program is a long program, of course, but it is a very, very interesting journey, fraught with relapses. Sometimes it can happen that somebody relapses, because it is a journey of 1 to 2 years in which the brain has to heal. So if we're in the first, second, or fifth month, the brain hasn't healed yet, so those pathways haven't regrown yet. So it's in the process, and sometimes, well, there can be an oopsie, but we then know if they come straight back into therapy, or faster back into therapy, they don't go off the rail for 2 years like previously, before they go back into a rehab. Then we know we're actually gaining ground. They're back on track, they're back in the program, they're back on working, they're positive. And I say, okay, it's just an oopsie, but we're back on track. And that happens, not with everyone, but it happens. And we have to also prep our clients for that and their families. That doesn't, of course, give them license to use, and I make that very clear. But if you don't say that, then you can also set them up for failure, because when it then happens, they say, oh, I'm a failure, or the program doesn't work, or this, that, or the other doesn't work, or this is pointless. And one has to prepare them for that.